Within the purification of speech process, add more gratitude there. Gratitude is a very high frequency. Very, very high frequency. Now, whatever is happening in the world, in your inner world, some things you can change, most things you can't, because so many components outside which are not in your control. Gratitude. Whatever is happening, gratitude. Gratitude for whatever is happening, gratitude for the fact that you're able to see what's happening. Even if you want to change something that you find not correct, gratitude that you have the eyes, ability and awareness to be able to see that. So instead of cursing yourself, cursing the other, cursing the situation, you've changed the gestalt of everything. Now you're paying gratitude for even those people, those situations who brought X problem in your life. Gratitude for that, because it has generated this sense of inquiry and awareness in you that you're able to see all of this.
Gurudev, our second question is from Hinaji. The question is, how can one increase positive vibrations and remain in a consistently positive state of mind?
I'll share a few things on this, yeah? Number one. First, let's start from your speech. It is very difficult to catch your thoughts most of the time, but it is much easier to catch your speech. There are three things in us: thoughts, words, and then the actions that we perform. Correct? Because you're all sadhaks, I'm not first talking about action, I'm first talking about speech in this context. Speech is a very powerful tool that we have, because as I said earlier, every word is a mantra. And in the Vedanta sadhana, we use a Hindi word which is called Vak Shuddhi. Vak means speech, Shuddhi means purification. So take this as your sadhana to purify your speech. We're not even entering into thought because that's a very deep and complex word. Let's just stay with speech in this and start to practice what I call Vak Shuddhi, purification of speech. What does it mean? It means every word that I'm uttering, I'll make sure, I'll be very watchful that the words are positive. They are carrying higher vibration, not lower vibration. Yeah? What does it mean? Practical example. You have a friend, you don't agree with that friend, and you just make a statement that, I don't know, this guy is, crazy. And the moment you say that, there are internal feelings of lower frequencies, of little bit of jealousy, little bit of frustration, little bit of anger taking shape. These are lower frequencies, which we can also call negative frequencies. I watch my words very carefully. So instead of that, I just make a statement that, I'm just praying for my friend so that he, she too is able to see what I'm able to see. You follow what has happened? You've still acknowledged the guy is not really on the right path, the way you see the right path. But you've just changed the statement here. And you've used the word, I'm praying so that my friend sees the truth of this situation. Now, the word prayer is a word of very high frequency, very positive word. You've just changed the game. This is what we call purification of the speech. Every time you make a statement, you're very careful and you're very aware what words are you using, because as I said, each word is a mantra with profound energy in it. And using this method, you start to really train/tune your mind to operate at higher frequencies. That's number one. Method number 1. Method number 2. Within the purification of speech process, add more gratitude there. Gratitude is a very high frequency. Very, very high frequency. Now, whatever is happening in the world, in your inner world, some things you can change, most things you can't, because so many components outside which are not in your control. Gratitude. Whatever is happening, gratitude. Gratitude for whatever is happening, gratitude for the fact that you're able to see what's happening. Even if you want to change something that you find not correct, gratitude that you have the eyes, ability and awareness to be able to see that. So instead of cursing yourself, cursing the other, cursing the situation, you've changed the gestalt of everything. Now you're paying gratitude for even those people, those situations who've brought X problem in your life. Gratitude for that, because it has generated this sense of inquiry and awareness in you that you're able to see all of this. And you have the willingness to change what you need to change. Who's giving you the strength of will to change what needs to be changed? Some force. Some force is giving you the strength of will to change, to be awakened. It's coming from some source. Gratitude for that. Because you've not done anything to generate this quest of longing of spiritual truth in you. You've not done anything. It's just come to you. Through some influence, through something, it has just come to you. The seed of your spiritual awakening has just got awakened in you. And you're in the satsang, you're listening to this. You follow what I'm saying? So gratitude for all of that, very high frequency. Now when you start to do this every moment, every day, you wake up in the morning, instead of immediately thinking about your messages or your problems that you have to address today, or the burden of past problems, etc., etc., can you take a moment, the moment you wake up your eyes, can you take a moment to recognize, I'm breathing, alive, thank God, another day of possibilities has been given to me without my doing anything. Breath is on without my doing anything. Beautiful. Let's enter into the day today. Dhanyavad, gratitude for this. You know, I love walking. मुझे बहुत पसंद है. I really love walking. Whenever I get chance, time, space, I just want to walk. If you come to ashram, I'll show you a strip of short, small piece of land where I've walked so much But whenever I am walking, a moment comes when I am deep gratitude for the fact that I'm able to walk. This Shiva has given me this body, this strength, this ability, this balance, that I'm able to walk and enjoying every step of that walk. Do you follow what I'm saying? Now, when you start to see this and pay and feel deep gratitude for this, and even utter the words of gratitude, just not feel, say the words of gratitude, you've already started tuning your neurocircuitry for higher frequency. Each word that you utter is changing something in your neurocircuitry in the mind. That is the reason I'm calling every word is a mantra, is a powerhouse. So when you utter something here, it changes something here also. Of course, it's changing something there also in the quantum field. So it has multiple impact. Let's start from there. Let that be your practice, to enter into higher frequency, which you are calling positive thinking or whatever else. Let's enter into that. And that is the reason in every tradition across the world, we've created prayers. Prayers are nothing but the mantras of higher frequency, so that our neurocircuitry remembers and starts to get tuned on the higher frequency. So use every moment as a prayer. So gratitude is a prayer. Yes? So use words of higher frequency, and through those words of higher frequency, induce higher frequency bhava, which are emotions in you. And with that, you will see higher frequency thoughts will start to emerge in you. It's all linked. That's the reason I get thought, words, and actions. But start from speech, it's most effective. If you try to start from thoughts, you'll struggle. If you try to start with actions, it will become very mechanical. Start with speech. Very effective, very profound, quickest path to enter into higher frequency zones. Vak Shuddhi, purification of the speech, retuning your speech to higher thoughts, higher frequency, positive words. Yes, and this is where the whole mantric science and the science of prayer comes in, which the modern world is looking at it as affirmations. Yeah, affirmation is much lower form of the prayers that we created, and the highest form was mantras that we created. So if you feel, chant some mantras every day. They help in the purification of speech a lot. Yes, so that will be my suggestion. Hope it helps. Thank you.